Now, anybody who watches my channel on a regular basis will know that I'm a massive fan of growing vegetables in containers in pots. That's in addition to raised beds and traditional planting as well. Pots and containers give so much variation and versatility in the vegetable garden and can help to prolong the growing season. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 6 varieties of my favourite shallow root vegetables that are perfect for growing in pots and containers. And to show you just how fantastic containers and pots are for growing vegetables, even if you have limited space. And if you're a complete beginner that's never ever grown vegetables before but you'd like to try, containers and pots are a perfect way to start. And hopefully the video will give you 1 or 2 ideas. Now, growing vegetables in container or pots opens up a whole new world of vegetable growing and stretches the boundaries of what you can grow and when you can grow compared to growing vegetables outside, because clearly outside we're governed by the elements. Now, there's no reason why you can't grow in containers outside, but also if you've got space, it's fantastic to grow vegetables indoors as well in a much more controlled environment. And when we get to those times of the year, in autumn, fall or into winter, when the temperatures start to drop, if we've got space indoors, then we can just bring our containers indoors and give those vegetables a really good protected environment and allow them to thrive, which is not an option outdoors unless you've got the ability to give your vegetables some level of protection. Now, the choice of the vegetables that you'd like to grow in containers will be very much determined by the size of the container or pot that you decide to use. So, for example, some vegetables have quite a large root system, and a container of this nature, although reasonably deep, will be okay for certain vegetables, but those vegetables with larger roots, such as tomatoes, or those deeper root vegetables such as parsnips or even carrots, may not be suitable in a pot of this size. So really, it's quite important that you select the right type of vegetable for your container. If you do want to grow those types of vegetables in these types of containers or in smaller pots, it's likely they're going to need to be transplanted when they get to a certain size, because a container will only allow for a certain amount of root capacity, and the more roots there are in there competing for all those nutrients and that moisture makes it more difficult for plants to thrive. And that's why for this video I've selected 6 shallow root vegetables that won't have that problem. Always make sure any pot or container has good drainage on the bottom. It's really important. It's really important that you do that, because if there's no drainage or insufficient drainage in your pot, it could end up holding the water or the moisture in the compost, and if it gets really saturated, it'll end up rotting the seeds and they won't grow. So drainage is really important. There's plenty of drainage in here, which I'm really happy with. If there wasn't, I would do what I did with my gardener's bucket here and just drill holes in the bottom. And of course, one of the massive advantages of growing vegetables in containers is that they are portable, so they can be lifted and moved. And if your weather is predicted to be particularly cold, or there's going to be some heavy wind, or there needs to be further protection, then if you have the space, you can just temporarily take them indoors. When the weather's passed, then you can bring them back outside again. And that's not an option you've got if you're planting vegetables directly outside in raised beds or using traditional methods. Another brilliant advantage is space efficiency. Now, you might not have a big garden. In fact, you may not have a garden at all. You might live in a high-rise building where you might have a balcony, or you might even just have windowsill space. Now, the good thing about growing vegetables in containers or in pots is that you can put them on windowsills or you can put them on balconies. So even where there is no traditional growing space, you're actually creating that by growing your vegetables in your containers. And there's nothing better than going to your garden or your outside patio or your balcony or your windowsill and taking vegetables fresh that you've grown straight into your kitchen and using them. Something else that I love about growing vegetables in containers is there's very little weeds. You may get the odd weed here and there, but usually you can just pull them out. Whereas when you're growing vegetables outdoors in traditional beds or in raised beds, often weed control is a problem. Something else that's fantastic as well is that when you grow vegetables in containers, watering is much easier, because it's much more easy to see when the vegetables need watering, and the container will hold that moisture for a period of time. And another big advantage is accessibility. If you have a medical condition or you struggle in some way with your health, then the containers can be lifted and put at the level that's comfortable for you. You won't need to bend down like you would in a traditional bed or a low-level raised bed. Now, to balance that a little bit, there are 1 or 2 things that you need to be aware of if you are going to grow vegetables in containers. And one of the big ones, as mentioned, is the issue of nutrient depletion, because if you do grow vegetables that have fairly decent sized roots in them, they are going to take up those nutrients in the compost, which is limited within the container quite quickly. So you will need to monitor that and make sure you select the right type of vegetables. And of course, depending upon the size of the container that you choose to grow in will determine what vegetables you can and what you can't grow. So there may be some of your favourite vegetables that you'd like to grow, but they might not be suitable for containers, and you might need to wait for the weather conditions to improve and the warmer temperatures to arrive before you grow them in traditional beds. So there's some advantages and disadvantages of growing in containers. Now let's get on to the 6 varieties that I'm going to recommend that you grow in your containers. Now my first suggestion of a shallow root vegetable that's fantastic for growing in containers and is fairly easy to grow is lettuce. Lettuce is a brilliant vegetable because there's so many different varieties. So what we're going to do is take our bag of compost and we're going to fill the container up to round about 3/4 in height. We don't want to fill it right to the very top. What I'm using here is a really good multi-purpose compost called Clover. So what you could also use is repurposed compost from other vegetables that have now finished, which added a little bit of fish blood and bone to give them some more nutrients back. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I am going to use new compost to show you how I plant the seeds in the containers. So that is round about 3/4 full. Then all I'm going to do is gently tap it down with my hand. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on there. I'm just trying to give a little tiny bit of compaction so that when the seeds do start to germinate, the roots have got something to grip into. And now what we're going to do is water the compost thoroughly. So I've got my watering container here and I'm just going to give the compost a really good water all the way through so that it is completely saturated down to a decent level. Give that a few seconds to soak in. And the lettuce I'm going to sow today is a variety called Lakeland. This is one of my favourite varieties of lettuce. There are plenty of other varieties of lettuce you might want to grow. Little Gem is a really fantastic one, Lola Rossa. But if you are growing your lettuce in containers that are going to be outside during autumn, fall or winter, you will need to choose winter hardy varieties of lettuce such as Winter Density or Lamb's lettuce. So just check the back of the packet to see whether they're a winter hardy variety. This particular variety here is not a autumn or winter variety of lettuce. However, I am going to grow them outside in containers, but I am going to bring them in if the weather is a little bit too cold. So all I'll do is place some seeds into my hand. So they're very light seeds, lettuce, and then what I'm going to do is just sprinkle them randomly over the surface. I'm not too worried about spacing for these. This is something that people may refer to as multi-sowing. It's where the seeds are quite small and you can't individually place them. But it doesn't really matter because I may let these grow without separating them at all and just cut the lettuce as I need it. However, I may look at them as they're growing and I may separate them out if I feel that some of them are a little bit too close together. But to be honest with you, there's so many lettuce seeds in a packet, you don't really need to worry too much about separating them out in a container if you don't want to. Now that all the lettuce seeds are on top of the compost, all we're going to do now is just give a light sprinkling of compost over the top, very, very light. We're not trying to cover the seeds deeply, and that's going to be true of every variety of seeds that we're going to plant today in containers. We only want a light covering of compost over them. Once the compost is placed over them, I'm just going to gently tap it down with my hand, and again I'm not putting lots and lots of pressure here, I'm literally just putting a tiny bit of compaction on them, and finally we'll just give it one more water. We don't need to give it an excessive amount of water because remember we've already watered previously before we put the seeds down. And now we have our first seeds planted in the containers, and that is lettuce. Now I am going to leave these outside but monitor the weather, because there's nothing better for plants or vegetables to be outside in the natural daylight in the fresh air. But of course I will keep an eye on the temperature and the weather, and where needed I will bring them indoors. Now all the remainder of the vegetables that I'm going to suggest in this video are going to be planted in exactly the same way. I am going to plant most of them in these containers here, but I may also grow small quantities of seeds in smaller pots. But the process is exactly the same, about using the compost, watering it, placing the seeds, and put a fine layer of compost on top, and then watering again. So I'm not going to go through the process of filming me sowing every variety of seeds I'm going to suggest, but what I am going to do is quickly explain the other varieties of shallow root vegetables that I am going to put in containers today. Now the next one is spinach. I actually love spinach. It's a fantastic vegetable to grow and it's absolutely perfect for containers. I have already got some varieties of spinach growing in my old potato containers, which you can see now on the video. And that is a variety called Japanese Hohoi, but this is one of my favourite varieties. It's a variety called Samish F1. The back of this packet says that these seeds can be sown outdoors from March to September. But remember, we're sowing in containers, so even if we get to October, November, December and January, if you plan to grow your vegetables in containers indoors or on a windowsill, you can still plant them because you have a much warmer environment. So Samish F1 is the next suggestion of seeds that you can grow in containers. Now next is one of the fastest growing vegetables that you could possibly grow, and containers are perfect for them, and that is radish. There's some fantastic varieties of radish available and they'll grow really quickly. In the colder months they may grow slightly more slowly, but you can get a harvest of some varieties of radish between 6 to 8 weeks. The variety I'll be growing in my container is a variety called Sparkler 3, but one of my favourite varieties is a variety called French Breakfast. There is another great variety called Scarlet Globe that you might want to try, but Sparkler 3 are the ones I'll be sowing today. The great thing about radish is that they add that peppery flavour to your salads and stir fries and other recipes, so they're fantastic to grow and they're quick. So radish are another great variety of vegetables to grow in containers, as are green onions, or as we call them in the UK, spring onions. This is a variety called ramrod and they're fantastic for growing in containers. Like nearly every variety of green onions, they're perfect for containers. And just like I've just explained for the spinach, the back of the packet for these ramrod spring onions says that they really should be sown outdoors anytime from March to June, which is absolutely fine. But remember, we are sowing in containers, so we can actually rip up the rule book and actually sow them in containers pretty much any time of the year if we have the capacity to take them indoors in the colder temperatures. So another shallow root vegetable that's easy to grow and great for containers is green onions or spring onions. Next we have a couple of green leaves that are quite different from lettuce in their flavour and taste, but grow in a very similar way. And just like lettuce, these are perfect for growing in containers also. First one is arugula, or as we know in the UK, rocket. Another green leaf like lettuce, but this has got much more of a peppery, sharper type of flavour, as is this one, which is an absolute favourite of mine, which is mizuna. I'm growing this already in my old potato containers alongside my spinach, so I've already got quite a lot of this growing, but I'm still going to put some more in the containers to give me that continuous supply. The arugula is a variety just called mixed, and the mizuna is a variety called wado. Definitely worth growing in containers, particularly if you're new to vegetable growing and you want something that's reasonably straightforward to grow. Definitely give rocket or arugula and mizuna a try. I'm sure you'll love them. And my final suggestion is an absolute must for containers, and that is herbs. There's so many different varieties of herbs that you can grow in pots and containers, and there's nothing like fresh homegrown herbs. Just cutting your herbs as you've grown them, putting them directly into your cooking makes such a massive difference. It's so different from the dried versions of the herbs that you can get, and you've got a massive choice. Now I'm going to classify this as one suggestion, but I'm going to give you 4 suggestions of herbs. And all of these can be grown from seeds. You can grow some herbs from cuttings, such as sage and rosemary, just like here, that's from a cutting. And you can start them off in your containers if you want to. But from a seed perspective, a great herb to grow is basil. This is absolutely amazing. I've got 4 lots of basil in pots like this, which I've been using for months, and I will be planting some more. I am going to be using a variety of basil called basket of basils, which gives you a mixture of different types of basils. It is absolutely perfect. I've grown this for a number of years and it always gives me a really good crop, and containers are absolutely perfect for basil. Also, you might want to think about growing thyme. Amazing. I just love the smell of herbs. They just give so much fragrance, and these are the types of things that will go into your cooking. Now thyme is also perfect for growing in containers. This one here is in a pot, and actually it's getting to the capacity now where I'm going to probably have to repot this, but it is still quite straightforward to grow thyme so that it doesn't actually reach this size, and you can just cut it as you need it and it will continue to grow. And the final herb I'm going to suggest that you can grow in containers is coriander. You may know this in the United States as cilantro. Again, a wonderful herb to grow in containers and very widely used in the kitchen for various types of recipes. So it's always great to have a fantastic supply close at hand. So if you've got this on your kitchen windowsill, for example, I guarantee you'll be using it on a regular basis. So a great range of herbs that are perfect to grow in containers. So as you can see, I love growing vegetables and herbs in containers, and there's so much versatility in terms of what you can grow and how you can grow them differently to raised beds or in traditional beds. And I hope it's given you 1 or 2 ideas. Now I've shown you my 6 favourite varieties of shallow root vegetables to grow in containers or pots, but it'd be interesting to know what you're growing in containers or pots, because there are so many other different types of vegetables or herbs that you could potentially grow. So let me know in the comments below what you're growing in containers and pots, and maybe give me 1 or 2 ideas, and others watching the channel. But I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I really hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe to the channel for future videos on how to sow and grow fruit, vegetables and flowers, and 1 or 2 recipe ideas, don't forget to press the subscribe button. I'll see you all on the next video.